All right, really quick. The week's almost over. We're on a Thursday. And on Thursdays, great opportunity to still capitalize on a great week, even if things aren't going exceptionally, to really move the needle forward based on whatever it is that you're trying to do. And so, what I'm going to do is we're going to grab three books up off the shelf here and just read something out of that book and see where it directs us. This is sometimes what I'll do, honestly, if I'm in a situation where there's days when I'll be like, you know what? I felt like I had things moving forward and I felt like I had leverage, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. Why is, whatever not working? And honestly, it's not being logical about things, but it's a feeling that I don't feel like I'm getting traction in the moment. So I'll literally go to a book on the shelf, or I'll go to something online. But right now, I'm going to just do a book on the shelf because it's easier. So I go to, here's one, Ryan Holiday's The Obstacle Is the Way. And this is a chapter on finding the opportunity. And in here, he quotes Seneca and says, "A good person dyes events with his own color and turns whatever happens into his own benefit." And basically, what he's talking about there is the fact that if you have something happen to you or happen for you in life, it's up to you whether or not you decide to get leverage on the situation and turn it into a positive, or you can be a victim and have it become an obstacle that you didn't hurdle and that took you out. And whether or not you pick yourself back up, that's completely up to you. And that's what we're saying is like, it's not as much like whether or not we failed, it's whether or not we decide that it's going to be permanent. So here's another book, Sports Talent. Huge book, great resource if you're trying to figure out how to get your student athletes to the next level. So here's one, I love this one. So we'll read the part on lack of opportunity. So in here, boom, there's a chapter, lack of opportunity. So, like it or not, opportunities for athletic achievement are not equal for everyone. The child in Mississippi who decides she wants to be an alpine skier needs some serious sports counseling. The golfer who lives in Minnesota has to understand that his seasons are going to be shorter than those of athletes who live in the Sun Belt states. Now, here's the funny thing about this, the beauty of this book, is they're not telling you not to have big dreams and not go for them. If that was the case, then, like my kids in particular, especially the girls, they wouldn't be looking at beach volleyball being from the Northeast. But it's a circumstance, it's not the end of the story. You can still be a beach volleyball player and be from the Northeast, but you're going to have to make different decisions. You're going to have to train differently. You're going to have to figure out how to take your set of circumstances and turn them into an opportunity. If we're not training all the time in beautiful weather, maybe we're getting stronger and faster and more explosive than other people because we're not outside always overtraining, but maybe we're smarter training. And so anyways, that's a unique one because, right, if you're a golfer in Minnesota, you have a different set of circumstances than the golfer in Florida. If you're an alpine skier in Mississippi, that might be a little bit challenging, just like it would be to be a beach volleyball player in sunny, lovely Central New York. All right, but here's another one. Spartan Up, Joe DeSena. I'm not sure where we'll try to open this book here. Um, there's a one in this book here that I love, and I'm probably not going to be able to find it in here. But anyways, there's a section in there. I'm not going to read it word for word because I don't have it opened up to it right now. But anyways, in here, at one part, it talks about how to go about getting yourself prepared for, doing something, an opportunity, and chasing it. And one of the most important things that it says in here is get clear on what you're trying to do. Set your mind to it. Remove all the obstacles. And then one of the other things that it says in there, I think it's like step 6, is it says step 6. And step 6 says, do not, under any circumstance, give up. You decide if you fail, and only you decide if you fail. Nobody else can control that. So if you're committed to achieving it, you will achieve it. So just stick with it. Get better. When you fail on something, get smarter. Take a different technique. Look at some different tactics. Come up with a different strategy. you decide whether or not this is going to be the final paragraph, the last chapter, or whether or not you're going to keep on writing next chapter until I win, until I succeed, right? If that's what the mantra is in your head, you're going to be fine, right? This isn't the end of the story, and only you can control whether or not it's the end of the story. Anyways, that's some books off the shelf with Todd, and that's what I do when I feel like I'm losing traction on something. I'm working real hard, but I'm not making, as much progress as I'd like, or it doesn't seem like I've overcome an obstacle, or I haven't gotten past a hurdle, or the needle hasn't moved forward very much, or we're not seeing great results. Maybe there hasn't been as many PRs as I'd like. There's been more failures. There hasn't been enough begin-agains. There's been people slowing down and stopping, and kind of getting hard on themselves, but not getting more action. Being judgmental on themselves, but not taking action with the judgment. And I go to the books.